Hi everybody, this is Jandy the Artsy Rose and welcome back to 100 Yume. I have a surprise for everybody. I got a carrot, and no, it's not Sebastian. I hope to have that recorded when I do get the character. But I do have an interesting surprise and some new info that I should have, well, I guess I should have understood by the time I started kind of playing this game, kind of, sort of. Anyway. For those of you that are into Black Butler, I did get a new Black Butler character, and the title is actually the title will obviously be a big giveaway for those of you that have already that are reading it. I don't know what that means. Anyway. I got this guy. This is Snake. He is a cool type. For those of you that don't know who Snake is, he is literally a half human. He's literally a half man. He's a snake man. Half man, half snake, and true to his nature, he can literally speak to snakes, and his friends are snakes. He's a really interesting character. He has his snake comrades are pretty helpful for CL and Sebastian during the cases that they solve for Queen Victoria and throughout the series. Whenever he communicates what his snake comrades are saying, he will use a different voice for them. For instance, when he has a girl snake named Emily. When he speaks for Emily, or translates for Emily, he will use a girl voice. He has got some good vocal cords. That snake right there. Well, naturally, you should know. Anyway, there was something I didn't quite understand when I started playing this. The box that is right in front of the Undertaker, the gentleman with the top hat, the box is literally showing what I'm supposed to receive next after I go through a certain after I go through a certain quest. Now, the last time I went through this, the snake's picture was in this box, and that's why I got him. So, if I wanted to get the Undertaker, or if I had a chance in getting the Undertaker, his picture will actually appear in the screen or on the box. So far. So far, I have Snake, which is a good thing for me, because now, oh wait, I need to, if I want to take him for a spin, I need to put him in my group. Now let's see, who's gonna go? I really hate to do this. Then again, how do I do this again? How do I put characters in? Alright. Well, I really don't want to get rid of CL. I guess I'll be taking, let's see. Alright, I'm taking Snake. Well, now, let's take our good old Snake for a spin. Hi, Snake. Let me tell you a little about our new comrade. Not much is known about his childhood, but oh, what to do. Not much is known about Snake, not just known about Snake's background before he had been adopted into the Circus Ark group, or Noah's Ark. But from the time he came into the series, he had been part of a circus that had adopted him and rescued him from a gentleman that had displayed him in a freak show. And as a result, he was very grateful to the Noah's Ark group because they made him feel like a part of the family. They didn't care that he was different from other people, and that meant the world to him. Then, when they suddenly disappeared, he went looking for them. From what he understood, he believes it has something to do with... He believes the disappearance of his group had something to do with CL and Sebastian, who had originally been part of the circus group for an investigation for Queen Victoria. They were looking for missing children. Well, I can't give too much information because it's actually pretty... Well, it's a major spoiler, and at the same time, I guess it's a sensitive subject. Anyway, Snake is now working for CL and Sebastian because CL has told Snake that he's looking for Snake's group too, and tells him that they might turn up if he sticks around with him. So now Snake is working as a footman for CL, and as a result, because he's a footman, he is expected to accompany him on the Campania for his investigation, because from what I understand, a footman is supposed to accompany his master as much as a butler is supposed to, sorta, to a degree. But as a result, from the start, since the end of Book of Murder, Snake has been a part of the Phantom Hive group. So now, let's take him for a spin with Grail. Normally, I would pick Sebastian, but since I'm interested in talking about the characters, I guess I could tell you what I know about. Hi, Seal. I guess I could tell you what I know about the red-haired Shinigami, Grim Reaper. And I guess I kind of need him, seeing as I don't have a passion individual. You will not argue with me on how that suits him, this element. Grail is he's probably one of the most flamboyant characters in Black Butler. He's sassy, he's colorful, but at the same time, in a disturbing way, he's obsessed with Sebastian. Even Sebastian himself is creeped out by this guy. But if you had somebody of your own sex tell you, I would bear your children if only you'd let me, naturally, that would creep you out. And it's no wonder. It's really no wonder. I don't blame Sebastian for being freaked out by this guy. I do not whatsoever. Anyway, Grail Sutcliffe is a Grim Reaper Shinigami. He's supposed to harvest souls, reap souls of people who have died, which is a very interesting thing once you think about it, because colorful isn't a word that would normally be used to describe a Shinigami, somebody that a person that's normally associated with death. But Grail Sutcliffe can somehow you could say he's embraced that element of his occupation as a fabulous aspect. Now, right. How am I playing this game when I'm not even? Then there's not enough matches. How am I? Oh crud. Okay. How am I? Okay. naturally, well, Grail's part in the Campania arc is this. He and Ronald are supposed to be investigating their own case. As Grim Reapers, they are supposed to harvest souls. Now, part of their job involves observing the soul of the person that they are supposed to reap before their death, so they can decide rather if this person has lived a good enough life to have a second chance at life. Oh crud, please don't let me die. Don't let me die. Don't let me die. Don't let me die. And that is why Grail is on board the Campania, because from what he has found out, there are a lot of people are supposed to die on board the Campania. And there are some other interesting matters afoot. So he and Ronald are supposed to investigate this matter. One person on Tumblr had confessed that they would rather have Black Butler be focused on the Grim Reapers because their occupation sounds more interesting. And in a sense, it does sound interesting. What Grail does for a living, if you could call it that, because he's not alive. What he does is that he gets to see how people live before their final moments. And I died. I guess Grail takes my soul. No, I guess Grail can take my soul. No. What a shame. Well, I guess I can't play right now. No. Really? No fair. One more thing. An interesting thing about Grim Reapers is that they do not harvest souls with scythes, although the item of their choice is supposed to be called a Death Scythe. In Grail's case, he literally uses a chainsaw. He modified his Death Scythe, whatever it originally had been, possibly a plain saw, into a chainsaw. This is a Grim Reaper reaping souls of people with a chainsaw in the Victorian era. This guy is way ahead of his time. And he makes it fabulous. He makes it look fabulous. Death is his fabulous element. Dagnabbit. Why can't I have a proper picture of this man so I can show it to you? Wait a minute. Dagnabbit, I've got other means. Oh, and this is Ronald. You know what he uses to harvest souls? He uses a lawnmower. He uses a lawnmower. A bloody lawnmower. Why can't I show pictures of these people? Anyway, I think I can do that through other means. Pardon me. Okay, I'm back. Took long enough. Anyway, here's our group. And look at that. That is Grail Sutcliffe with a Death Scythe. He has a chainsaw for a Death Scythe. This Grim Reaper uses a chainsaw to harvest souls. And, yes, that's Ronald right next to him. That is Ronald with his lawnmower. Well, I guess I could show you the rest of the group. That Snake over there, and the one beside him is supposed to be the Undertaker. He is an interesting individual. He is literally, he used to be a Shinigami. Now, here's something I had just realized today. The interesting thing about Shinigami is that they are all sighted, and they have to wear glasses. Now, the Undertaker is supposed to be a deserted Shinigami who still has his weapon, even though he shouldn't. He had snuck out of the death department with it when he had deserted the group, but he left his glasses. Here's something I have never thought about before up until this point. How has this man been a deserted Shinigami for 50 years, over 50 years? How has he, what does he do about his eyesight? He should be nearsighted. How is he able to see? This hasn't been touched upon in the series yet. That's something that boggles my mind. I have to know. How's the Undertaker doing everything? How's the Undertaker doing what he does without his glasses? Because he should be nearsighted, even if he's a deserted Shinigami. And as for these two, well, you already know who they are. But in case you don't know why they're all dressed up like this, apparently after you get enough sun points for them, they take on this outfit. It's kind of like a class change. Anyway, I am Jandy the Artsy Rose, and I shall see you in another video. Goodbye.